Hello, welcome to this video. So remember we were talking about communication series. आज ऐसे टॉपिक पे चर्चा करने वाले हैं हम लोग which is very close to everyone's heart. How can we manage communication in the remote work area? As in, how can we manage communication with the virtual teams? Pandemic has, pushed this piece up. Every company know the benefit of giving work from home, but now they're suffering. Every manager knows the pain and the benefit of getting the work from home done. So is it really necessary to get the work from home done? Right? Is there any benefit? Is there any a loss to have work from home? How can we manage work from home situations? How can we manage the remote teams? How can we make sure that they are with us even if they're staying miles away from us? Right? So this video will be a very good tool in the hands of the manager, and it will be an amazing tool in the hand of any employee who are working from home today and are thinking that their performance is not being recognized. Right? Stay tuned. I'll go with the data first. Let me share my screen quickly where I want to share the statistics. Look at that. The top industry and remote workers in 2024 would be computer and IT. And if you look at one by one, from 1 to 7, I have computer and IT, marketing, accounting and finance, project management, medical and health, HR, recruitment and customer services. And in 2022, there were many which we anyways are aware of. Right? So similarly, if we go back and this data is published in Forbes, right? It's not something that I've prepared, right? So look at that. Look at that. The remote workers say that the flexible workers are the top benefits of working remotely. They love to work in the flexible hours. They don't have to stick to the 9 to 5 anymore. The second one is work provided equipment, right? Everything is being provided by the company. Home office stipend they get, right? Virtual teams, bonding activities. They do internet assistance. So many things that are there that really pushed companies to think on those lines. And let's see what further data says. Remote workers by education level. So this data is really interesting again. Less than high school. So if you look at carefully, more the degrees, more the educated labor, more they got the chance to work part-time. If you look at the advanced degree, 31% of people are getting the part-time remote jobs very easily, right? So these kind of statistics are there. So statistics is very clear that remote work we cannot avoid. We'll have to have remote work. We cannot have the rigidity. I think some of the managers still have it, because I speak with I speak in the community, and there are some managers still have the rigid saying, sir, log office aate nahi hain. हफ्ते में 2 दिन बुलाते हैं तो भी आते नहीं हैं, 1 दिन बुलाते हैं तो भी आते नहीं हैं. So it's not about the company, it's not about, right, they want to come or they don't want to go. It's about the connect that is missing out there. Right? It's a bold statement that I'm making, but I'll prove you today. All right, so in the next section we will talk about adapting communication in the remote work environment. Right? As the statistics are very clear, and it's very clearly showing that companies cannot get rid of the remote work. Right? So this shows the employees, and every educated employee, every employee which is valued, used to get the most work from home. According to Flex Jobs Global Workspace, 80% of the companies give some sort of work from home, right? And see, since there are many benefits to work from home and remote workers, but there are some challenges as well. Let's talk about that. So there are very unique challenges of the remote workers. Okay, 20%. So there was a survey conducted by Buffer, right? 20% of the employees says that they feel loneliness. They feel that they are working in silos and no one noticed that. And 17% of the people, they feel like that they are not valued. Whatever work they do is going for a toss, right? They're not being contacted on time. So all those things. So considering the uniqueness of benefits and unique challenges of work from home, it's very imperative and important to understand how can we adopt the communication piece of it. Let us talk about the practical tips and strategies that can be adopted. Right? The first thing is establish clear communication channel. It has to be very clear to the employee and to the manager, by the manager of course as well, and by the company, which communication channel will they follow. As per the company policies, if the Teams or Zoom or whatever in-house communication channel has to be followed, the employee has to adhere to it. Right? The meeting timings has to be decided in advance. Right? There has to be daily connect with the people. Right? So that's the first benefit. Let's go to the second one. Leverage technology. Where possible, leverage technology. Use the messaging services. Use the WhatsApp if your company allows. Right? Use the SMS facility. Use emails to the maximum possible. Right? The third strategy and tip here is set clear expectations. Now this is very important. Many of the people, they only coming to office, receiving a few emails and start working on it. No, it shouldn't be like that. At least every week or every month, right? There has to be proper guidelines, proper discussion between managers and subordinate, wherein the expectations are very clear. Sorry about that. Wherein the expectation should be very clearly mentioned. Also, what is expected out of them, right? And at what point in time during the day they should be connecting with respective colleagues as well, right? That's very important. Another advantage that I used to work on while I used to work in corporate, and still I because my team is completely remote. No one works from any office as of now. They're working from home only. So how do I manage them, right? I manage them with a very so we do social interaction more. So apart from office as well, we do connect over virtual Zoom, right? Or we meet offline in the offline events at least once in a month to make sure that the energies are sync, right? Now that is another thing which is very important for people to feel valued and feel that they are not lonely, they are not alone in their journey. The fifth tip I can give is practice active listening. ये बड़ा important है और literally बहुत underrated है. Find out the cues. लोग कहते हैं यार I don't know why persons are leaving, why they want to resign, suddenly what happened, overnight एक बंदा आया और वो CV interview भी दे रहा है और resign कर गया. It doesn't happen. Nothing happens overnight, guys. Nothing happens. Exceptions are there. Don't take me wrong, exceptions are there, but nothing happens overnight. Every employee gives some cues. So pay attention to the communicated or non-communicated, as in verbal versus non-verbal cues, and understand what employee is thinking as of now. Right? So these 5 pointers, right? Setting the right expectations, setting the clear goals, leveraging technology, making sure you actively listen to them, pay attention to what they're saying, and understanding the cues are some of the benefits and some of the tips and techniques that I want to share from my personal experience, because these really help you understand what the employee is thinking, and before the employees the morale is getting down, you can address that based on your experience. And still, if you are not able to, seek mentorship. Let's jump to the next topic. Effective communication not only boosts the productivity and boosts morale, right? It really encourages people to do more. One of the study mentioned in Owl Labs, they very clearly say 22% of the employee who are engaged in the social activities or who are virtually engaged well with the peer group tend to be more productive than the rest of the group who are not engaged, right? So that's very, very important. Okay. Let me know in the comment box what tool and technique you would adopt from the one that I've shared, or there is anything else that you use which I didn't cover in this topic. Let's jump to the next topic. Make sure you mention in the comment box. I would read and personally respond to you guys. Building strong connections in virtual teams. In this segment, we will learn why there is need to build strong connections in virtual teams. More than the physical meetup that we do, why it is very, very important to know when people are working from remote areas and different areas. Okay, I'll give you precise techniques on if you follow them right to the T, right? If you implement them to the T, you will not have that issue of people are not getting engaged, right? I guess guys, every aspiring manager and every team leader has to learn this skill, right, and implement that. बेनिफिट हमें पता चल चुके हैं, हमें एग्जैक्टली ये समझ में आ चुका है अब तक कि वर्क फ्रॉम होम, why it is important, why companies can't avoid it, why employees can't avoid it, why do we need it, right? For us as leaders, we also need work from home. We also need some time off as well at times, right? So as the employees, all that we need to do is, see, we are matured enough to, be happy and make sure that we engage with our teams, but our teams aren't. So this is very important. So I request I call every aspiring manager and team leader, in fact, every leader who is about to become leader, to make sure that you take the effort and you to take the initiative to make sure that you build strong connection. How do we do that? I'll give you precise techniques right now. The first technique to build strong connection with the virtual team is communication. Communication is the key, guys. Once you communicate clearly, you give clear goals, set clear expectations, tell the team members when to meet, when not to meet. It's evident that people will agree. And I would say, have a collaborating tool. Use Microsoft Teams, Google Sheets, or whatever your company allow you to do. Make sure you use that collaboration tool, right? And you do not only talk work, because too much work is also boring in the virtual environment. Someone may be sitting alone at their home and feeling lonely. So make sure you interact. The interaction has to be professional, but not just work, right? It could be some personal connections as well, which are ethical and allowed. I hope we are mature enough to understand, right? What am I talking about as here? Okay. Where possible, avoid audio calls. do a video call. Do not do video call on phone. Have virtual conferencing, right? Use the company's tools, right? And make sure you call on the company's tool as well. Teams to Teams, Google Chat to Google Chat, right? Or Zoom to Zoom. That's how it is, right? Use that. Have the, as I said in the previous point, have the Zoom call set for every day. The third point here is have virtual engagement activities. मैं आपको एक इंसिडेंट बताता हूँ और this is true और पता नहीं कहाँ से मेरे दिमाग में आया था. I saw many people, but I used to do that activity in 2020 when the lockdown occurs, 2020-2021 I believe. Every day I made it a mandate for my team. I had a team of 11 project management employees. So I was leading as GPO in one of the company, global process owner, right? I had these 11 people, 11 individual contributors, and everyone was manager, assistant manager and managers. So what we did was, I made a mandate. The moment we open a daily huddle, we used to have a 15 minutes daily huddle, right? For the moment anyone logs in, entire team logs in, we will laugh. For no reason we laughed. I cannot laugh right now. It will not look good here, but literally we laughed. We said we'll simply clap and laugh. You can say like Baba Ramdev, but no, this really worked. But the first day when I did it, I didn't ask anyone to do anything. I simply started the meeting, and then I waited for everyone to join, and I intentionally kept my camera off. The moment everyone was settled down and they were waiting like this, some were excited, some were really sad, right? Some were sitting away from their families. I started laughing. I did not stop. And I'm not sure what happened. Everyone says, sir, what? Kya ho gaya? And I'll tell you, I clicked that picture and sent it to my AVP, right? Sent to my VP as well. I clicked the picture and sent to my VP, and the VP was extremely happy. And that was implemented. It was roughly 500, FTE full-time employees process, and every manager started doing that. And they said, "Ye kaise kiya tune?" It came into my head. I don't know kaise. Literally speaking, I didn't read it on any internet or nothing. It simply came up because I was really caring about them. So show your care. That's the next point. Okay, show your care. Show true care. You can't fake the care. You can fake the care once, twice, or thrice. Do really care about them and their betterment. The last technique that I'll give is check-in, regular check-ins. Not necessarily setting up a team meeting, giving goals and everything may work, but what will really work is when you surprisingly check in with the team member. You simply message him during the working hours, say, "Hi, can we connect?" And you connect and you do not talk work. You only talk, "Hey, what happened? Everything is all right at your hand. Family mein sab theek hai." Right? I hear a noise when you guys were talking. It was a good noise. I see someone laughing. I hear someone laughing. I hear someone crying. See, depending upon up to the level the person is allowed you to get into their life or their family, talk about that. Have some lighter moment. Talk about, "Yeah, guys, jab lockdown over ho jayega, once we'll back in office, we'll meet, we'll enjoy at least once a month. Let's meet." Once you have that sort of connection, na, aapke bande chhod ke nahi jayenge aap. Trust me. Okay. Now this is the time for homework or practical tips. I'll give you practical tips first. 3 practical tips कर लो और 3 में सब आ जाता है. और तीनों I think most or less हम cover कर चुके हैं हमारी communication series में. The first is active listening. Be attentive to what the other employee is saying, specifically on virtual meetings. Right? Face to face, we still can see the body language and look at that. Our next topic would be on body language, by the way, just an FYI, on Tuesday, on my next video. Okay, active listening. The second piece here is effective email writing. Now this has a few steps into it. Make sure you pay double attention to write an email because people are not there to you, right? Simply what you used to do in office environment, हम एक email लिखते थे, बोलते थे, "यार राकेश, मैंने आपको email लिखी है. Hi सीमा जी, आपको एक email लिखी है. Can you go and check that?" Right? So person can go and walk up to you and ask. But in the virtual environment, people have tendency, email aa rahi hai, I'll work onto it as a FIFO basis. Make sure your subject is very clear and what you want a person to be addressed into. Right? Make sure you write a clear and concise email and make sure you go back and spend 2 more minutes to proofread that email. That's very important. Your agenda of the meeting. So the third point is virtual meetings. Pay attention to the virtual meetings. When I say pay attention, everything, your lighting setup, right? Your face has to be in the camera, not in front of the, not to the person, but to the camera, so that people are having the eye contact with you. That's very important. Practice that, right? और क्या करना है? आपकी lighting अच्छी होनी चाहिए. आपका find out those cues that I said in the video. क्यूज देखिए, एम्प्लॉय क्या कर रहा है, एम्प्लॉय डाउन फील कर रहा है, एम्प्लॉय को ऐसी बॉडी लैंग्वेज के साइन दे रहा है, एम्प्लॉय का मोरल डाउन है या एक्टिविटीज नहीं कर पा रहा है, right? Talk to the person one-on-one, but pay attention to each and every team member for a few seconds, and then when you're talking, you should talk in the camera. Okay, so these are the quick tips. Now this is the homework as well. I would want you to go back and to the communication active listening wala video and have a look at the homeworks that I've given. I'm sure that you are not skipping anything, right? Practice these things, practice empathy, right? Have good virtual calls, have a connection with the team members. Make sure you give them clear and concise work, right? This will be your success in the work from home environment, right? People will love for you to come to office. They will jump, बोलेंगे हाँ जी सर ने बुलाया है भागो, मैडम ने बुलाया है भागो, ऑफिस में जाना है भाई, उनसे एक बार मिल तो लेते हैं यार, हफ्ते में 2 हफ्ते हो गए मिले नहीं. They should be feeling like this. This is the feeling that you need to inculcate in them. Just to let you know, work from home, it is covered in very detailed manner in my course Fresher to Leader Challenge Level 2, right? You can go and look at that later on. For now, I would request you to please share this video with the person who is in need, right? Like and subscribe the video as well, right? Make sure you mention in the comments any learning that you had, and my encouragement to you would be take notes when I share a video. Don't simply just see the video. Take these digital notes and make sure you mention the digital notes in the comment box. I would love to read them and I would love to respond to each and every one of you, right? Thank you so very much for watching, guys. See you in the next video.